RFI and submittals. As you all know, they are probably very, very important. They're important from the execution standpoint. They're also important from having everything documented standpoint. You can see up here some statistics again, 9.7 median days for an RFI response. And even after that, there's so many RFIs that are left unattended and without any responsive, 21+% for that. And from the dollar standpoint, it's an almost $1,000 that are spent per RFI review and response. And that's true for submittals as well. And there's so much more that has to happen on both RFIs and submittals in terms of additional communication because of a missing response, incorrect information, not good documentation of that information. That leads to around 50% more work across these two important components of the process of managing a project. So with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you straight into BOLDBuild, and I'll show you how BOLDBuild handles RFIs and submittals. So I come in here. BOLDBuild has multiple apps, as you probably already know. Some of you have seen it. I'm going to be focusing primarily on the project management app. So you would see this BOLDBuild project management. The way it is organized is on the left, you have the navigation, and on the right side, you have your project. So this is how your project looks like. And you have submittals and RFIs here. And I'll come to this in a second and show you how you generate a submittal on RFI in context of a project. But before I even do that, I want to start with our submittals dashboard right here. So let me just log into my Power BI dashboard. It has never failed to betray me, and always when I start a webinar, it asks me to log in. So I log into the RFI one as well. So I'm not having to log into that too, because I want to start with these two dashboards that we have. So you can see here that this is my submittal report. And the first and foremost, as I talked about the fact that you have so many median days, you have submittals and RFIs that are lost without any response. So this is like a pictorial representation for an executive or a project manager, so that they don't lose track of what's open, what's approved, what's pending, what's in review, and so on and so forth. You have statuses up here, so you can do RFIs and submittals in BOLDBuild in pre-construction, during the project execution, as well as at any stage. And you can filter down quickly. So let's say you're interested in why I have these two in review. You click on this and you will see that you see how it is kind of loading again. You're going to filter everything in these dashboards based on that. And if I scroll down now, you will see that it's telling me, okay, I have these two. One of them was initiated in the pre-construction phase. I can look at who is my subcontractor with regards to that. It's Rip City Construction. And that's the one that I'm going to use for most of this demo. It is between 0 to 7 days in terms of its timeline. I can also go in here and see, okay, what is the submittal by stage? So you can see it is in the architect review status. I can go by different statuses and I can look at the one that I'm talking about, it's in review. And I can also look at them holistically, and then I'll be able to see all of them. And then when I come in here, this is the one that I want to use for my demo. So I'll click on this and open up the submittal for you in a bit, and it will take me directly to that submittal. So right from this pictorial representation, I can dive in to a specific submittal. Same is the case with my RFI report. I can see all of my open RFIs. So if I want, I can enhance the time frame on this. I can say show me last 4 weeks rather than last 1 week. And it is going to filter everything. And obviously, as it filters, it's going to probably show me more data if I have more data in the system. So it will probably bring that in. And what will happen here is similar to what you saw with submittal. I have a link. So I can open up my RFI right from here as well. And again, for the sake of this demo, I have specific ones that I want to showcase to you. So I'll be focusing primarily on those that I want to show. I can, again, just like I showed you before, go to project view, subcontractor view, and the contact view. What I'm going to do next is very simply, I'll just click on this link and I'll open up my submittal here. So now it is taking me directly to my submittal record. It's a very simple, easy to follow record that we have in here. So first of all, it has the subject line. It tells me what categories I'm sharing as part of the submittal creation. So I'm talking about shop drawings, some of the samples and specification. I'll be sending copies to the architect and the owner. Obviously, all of this is, you can add more if you want to this. I am here saying that who would be my submitter, who would be sending me the samples that I am asking for. So it is Rip City Construction, and I have the due date and the requested date and the date sent here. Up here, I have my flow for this submittal, so I can be in the scheduling stage, then I can move into the preparation stage. In the preparation stage, it's actually the responder, which in this case is the submitter who is going to respond to my submittal, and then it goes through a review cycle, and then it goes into an architectural review. And this is configurable. Obviously, based on the flow that you're following, you might need more approvals as well. You want to maybe send copies to some other folks as well. All of your parties are organized in here. And you can quickly generate your submittal just by clicking this button that says Generate Submittal. Now, one thing that we are most proud of is our document merge utility that we have in context of the submittals that we produce. So what you can do is, obviously, you can click on this button and it will generate a cover letter for you or cover page for you for your submittal. But what if you want to send some documents over? You want to send some specifications, some product data. You can just go through all the documents that you have against this project. I'm just using some examples here. You select them, just like I have this selected here, shop drawing, and it kind of adds that to the list in here. For example, it removed it, but I say, okay, I want this. And then what I can do is now if I hit generate submittal, it is going to generate the submittal document and it will append these to automatically. So you don't have to do any extra work to create that nice submittal with all the information and send it out. Let me show you an example of this. If I go into my documents in here, I have one submittal that has been generated as for this demonstration here. So I'm going to just open this up. And you will see that it has automatically generated for you this nice cover letter that you see. And then it is telling you these are the two documents that are attached. And if I scroll down in here, it has all of this attached in this. It kind of really quickly gives you all the details without having to create these manually, which is something that you have to do probably in most of the other systems that are available out there. I also have a transmittal history in here. So for example, what you see, it tells me that this was created by myself. Then it went to the subcontractor. My subcontractor in this case, as you saw in the details section, was Whitney. So she responded back and sent me the specifications and the samples. And then it went into the GC review. And right now it is pending approval from the architect. Now, from the approval standpoint, all of that is automated as well. So I can go, I have two ways to approve it. I can go either in my Microsoft Teams and I can approve it from there, or I can approve it from my email. So what I'm going to do next is I'll just quickly go in here and I'm going to approve this through my Teams. So just give me a second. So I come in here.
Add there, Taib, is when we're generating those proposals or submittals or everything, they're templatized, and it's something that we work with our clients and your organizations to templatize to make it your logos, your everything. It becomes your proposal, your submittal.
Thank you. So here you see it's pending response because it is in review section. So I can go in and I can say approve and I hit submit in here, and it is going to just approve my submittal. So this, obviously, I'm wearing multiple hats for this particular webinar, but you can imagine here I have complete tracking. And if I now go back into my demonstration and I try to refresh it, you would see that this has been approved by me. So everything end to end, we have tried to automate for you so that you don't have to deal with the challenges that we saw. I can also go into holistic view of the submittal. So I can open this up, I can click on submittals, and now it is showing me submittals across all the projects that I have. And obviously I might be interested in just the one that I'm working on. So if I just put in my project in here, it will just filter down on that. And you can see I have 2 submittals for that project. And the same case happens with my RFIs as well. I can go, and I was telling you that you can access the same information in context of the project. So I click on submittal, it shows me here are my 2 submittals. And then here is my RFI, which is exactly the same as the submittal. So I won't go and show you the details of that, but the flow is the same, as well as the approval process is automated. But I also want to highlight here is that within BOLDBuild, this is all configurable based on different configurations that you have. So for example, if your design methodology here is not design build, it's some other, for example, construction manager at risk, integration project delivery, you can have different flows to the whole process, and you can eliminate that back and forth there as well. So with that, I'm going to go back into the slide deck and move to the next slide. So I hope you were able to see how we feel that we can eliminate at least no responses, because you have that nice dashboard, and it also has alerts that it generates if it goes beyond a certain time waiting for a response. And we have made it efficient, and we have automated it to the extent we could, starting from entering information, generation of the documents, and talk about more about the storage of the documents as well. And we've also automated the review and the response. So you saw how I was easily able to approve it. I didn't have to ping someone, call them, remind them. It just shows up on their Teams. And if they don't have Microsoft Teams, it also can generate an email and they can approve through that. So I hope you were able to relate to how it will eliminate some of these challenges that are very, very common across the industry. And we try to make it very, very simple and easy as well, so that it's easier to onboard customers onto this.